For most car guys, the call of the open road is undeniable. You and your machine and the world laid out in front of you waiting to say hello. And there's no better way to see the United States of America. I've always wanted to take a road trip across the country, and this year, I finally did it. For 3 weeks in the months of May and June, I struck out across the country in the GTO. In this episode, I complete my journey to Texas and arrive in the city of Austin. I check in, I make some new friends, and see what downtown Austin has to offer. My name is Josh Harrell. I host Josh's Car Corner, and this is my road trip. Good morning, everybody. It is 8:20, and I am heading out on the road. According to Google Maps, it's about 450 miles to my hotel in Austin. So I decided that today I'm going to try to play the fuel economy game, and I'm just going to drive as efficiently as I can because I would love to make it to Austin in 3 tanks. And considering I went 454 miles yesterday not driving economically, I think I can do it. So I'm just going to take my time, and I'm not going to rush and try to set any world records. And we'll see what happens. It's a cloudy day right now. I hope it's not going to be cloudy all the way to Austin. Hopefully this is just an Oklahoma thing. The weather report didn't really tell me. But good sleep last night for a $47 hotel. I guess I can't complain too much. There was a water beetle on the floor. But other than that, decent room, very, very powerful shower. So a good night. I meant to do a diary last night, but I forgot to do one, so I guess I'll kind of do one now. Yesterday was pretty good. The driving was awesome. I am very comfortable. I'm not sore or tired in any way. I got good sleep, which is, yeah, good sleep for the first time this week. We'll see how bad the traffic is in Tulsa. Right now it's pretty good. Everything's moving smoothly. I did watch a couple minutes of traffic on the TV this morning. It's cool here, they tell you how fast the traffic's moving in certain zones and where the accidents are, and they mark it off green, yellow, red. Red obviously means it's not moving or it's barely moving. So, and the route that I think I'm going to be following, I should be clear roads, and even my GPS is saying there are no delays. Okay, well, I've driven for 100 miles now, and I've been driving in and out of rain bands, and it looks like the clouds might finally be breaking up. The road here is dry, so hopefully I'm getting out of the rain. It's been interesting. We've been driving on 4-lane highway, but it's the kind of 4-lane highway that just drives through towns. I was on a turnpike, I had to pay a toll, and the turnpike had the worst road shape of any of the roads I've driven on. And I just find that funny when that's the road you're paying to drive on, and it's the road that's the most crap. I'm on US 69 South right now, and that's going to team up with US 75, and that's what's going to get me into Dallas. I thought for sure I'd be getting back on an interstate to get into Dallas, but there you go. And from what I know, it's once I get to Dallas, it's about another 3 hours to Austin. So about a little after 10 right now, and my GPS went up to 326 because I was driving on a 75 highway, but I was only going 70 in the rain. Oh, and here goes a train right now. Oh, one of these huge southern trains. Oh, I wish I had the camera pointing the other way so you could see it. Massive thing. Oh, that's probably a couple hundred cars. The one thing I found about this car is that it gets much better mileage when the weather's warmer. The hotter the air temps, the better the mileage it gets, and it's doing all right, but 450 miles on this tank is going to be a bit of a challenge right now, just because I've gone 109 and it says 340 right now, and it's only going to go down from there. So unless the average economy jumps up, I'm only averaging 24 and a half. I need better than that. I need at least 25 to go 450 miles. So, and I'm still just babying it, but we'll see what happens. Okay, I just crossed the Red River, which means I am now in Texas, the Lone Star State. Looks pretty much like Oklahoma so far, so we'll see if it changes. I really don't know what to expect. I guess I think of Texas as just mostly desert. I'm sure that's wrong. I'm sure it's not mostly desert. I'm sure there's trees and stuff, and I'm sure there's lakes and water some places, although the GPS surely isn't showing any. My time just keeps getting later and later. I keep running into this rain. It keeps slowing me down. Now my arrival time in Austin's 3:36. But gas has dramatically dropped in price. I mean, I paid $4.05 for the premium in Tulsa. I think the regular was $3.74 or something like that. And now the first gas station I see in Texas is $3.35, so no surprises there. I figured it would be ridiculously cheap here for good reason, because this is where they get their oil most likely. So that'll be nice. Next tank of gas will probably be nice and cheap. I'll finally get to use that Texaco card. I have not seen a Texaco gas station since I set off, but Charter, for whatever reason, the only gas stations you can get gas cards with is Texaco. And Texaco, looking on a map, they're in Texas, and they're in some southern states of the east, and then they're kind of in New Mexico, and they're not really in Arizona, and then that's it. I mean, north of Texas, there is no Texacos, so I don't know why Charter did that. It's kind of stupid, to be honest, but I'll find a Texaco somewhere, and I'll use my Texaco gas card. Okay. I am now driving through Dallas-Fort Worth. Speed limit is 65, and I'm maintaining it, but people kind of drive a bit crazy around here. Everything they say is bigger in Texas, and the one thing I've noticed already that is bigger is the bumps. I mean, they're not even bumps, they're humps and dips. I mean, the number of times I've either got slammed into my seat or flown out of my seat going over some of these bumps is just insane. But then you get these people that come barreling up on it, and they're just like, get out of my way. Here comes one right here. Watch this truck. He was just 6 inches off my bumper. Oh, that's nice. He has a Dakota and he made it an SRT8. It's not an SRT8. Quit lying to people. But doing on the fuel side of things, let's see here. I've gone 261 miles. And I have a range of 210 left, so that actually puts me at 470, so I can have another 450 tank here. I might, if I can maintain this velocity, I might break the record, which would be excellent. That would mean I would not only get to Austin, but set a new record. Oh my God, they're just nuts behind me. They're weaving back and forth. This Impala, he just weaved back and forth 3 times before he decided to go flying by right there. People are getting nuts. So I'm not going to record much longer here. I'm going to actually shut this off so I can concentrate and focus on what's going on around me, because people are getting so freaking crazy. Okay, I got out of Dallas-Fort Worth alive. I just drove by the Owens Corning plant where they make all the wall insulation. I'm now driving by the Altec plant where they make the lift booms for bucket trucks, the same bucket trucks that we use at work, and I'm going through Waxahachie, which is where we have Charter cable. So I got about 112 miles to go to I-35. It's weird, I'm on 35E. Which I thought 35E and W, I figured they went around Dallas-Fort Worth like they do in the Twin Cities, but apparently they get so far apart that they don't even get back together until you get to Austin. So that's kind of interesting. So that's where I am right now. I'm on 35E heading south toward Austin, and I got about 2.5 hours to go according to that. I'm probably going to stop off somewhere here. I got to change a battery in the roof cam again, and I'm probably going to get some lunch. So I will pick things up after that. Okay, so trip update. I now have plugged the actual address of the hotel into my GPS, and it says I've got 97 miles to go. The range on my onboard thing on the GTO says I've got 100 miles. Now, in order to get to the hotel, if I have 97 miles to go, I will have had to drive 457 miles, which would be a new record. So it's getting tight. And I decided to forego lunch because if I stopped and got lunch, then I would end up costing myself extra gas mileage and I wouldn't make it there. But right now, it looks like I'm just within a shot of getting there. And I played this game on the last 2 tanks and I won. I don't know if I have the stones to play it again because with less than 5 miles difference between the two, I don't know. That's going to be tight. But as it narrows down, I'll look and see how close it gets. When I get down to 50 miles, I'll do an update and we'll see just how close I am.
So did I make it to the hotel on 1 tank? No. I actually chickened out 5 miles from the hotel, but I did manage to find my first Texaco gas station and fill up. I drove the last few miles to my new base of operations at the Howard Johnson Austin North. Once I got checked in, I clicked onto a Facebook page of G8 and GTO owners that were in Austin for the V8 Supercar Race. We met up in downtown Austin and went out to dinner at a brew pub on 6th Street. It's an amazing part of downtown Austin. It reminds me quite a bit of State Street in Madison. The college atmosphere and the live music scene are incredible. Next to Madison, I'd have to say that Austin is one of the best cities in the US. We hung out till 11 o'clock and then turned in for the night, because tomorrow is going to be the start of an amazing weekend. Oh, by the way, if you'd like to see what that roof camera footage looked like from the drive down to Texas, be sure to click on the link below.